Have you ever wondered why, as humans, we are so drawn to the notion of love? In our quest to understand the human condition, we invariably circle back to this enigma, this phenomenon of love. You see, love is not merely a sentiment, it's a force, a fundamental part of our existence that seeps into every corner of our lives, shaping our actions, our choices, our very identities. Now let's take a step back and think about it. Love, in its essence, is a deeply personal experience, yet it's also universal. It transcends borders, cultures, and languages. It's a shared thread that binds us together as a species. And it's not a modern construct either. The capacity to love, to feel empathy, compassion, and affection is as old as humanity itself. But here's the interesting part. Love isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It's multifaceted, complex, and diverse, much like the human race. Different cultures, different philosophies around the world recognize different forms of love. The ancient Greeks, for instance, identified 4 distinct types of love: agape, eros, philia, and storge. Each represents a unique facet of the human experience, from passionate love to deep friendship to unconditional love for all. Love, in all its forms, has been a perennial subject of fascination. It has inspired countless works of art, literature, and music. It's been dissected, analyzed, and studied by philosophers, psychologists, and scholars, each trying to unravel its mysteries, to decode its complexities. And yet, it remains an enigma, a puzzle that we're still trying to solve. As we journey through the annals of time, we'll explore how love has shaped mankind, how it's evolved, and how it continues to influence our world. We'll delve into the labyrinth of love, traversing through the prehistoric times, the ancient civilizations, the Middle Ages, and modern times. So buckle up and get ready for a fascinating journey into the heart of humanity. For as long as there have been humans, there has been love. From the ancient Greeks to modern psychologists, love has always been a subject of fascination and intrigue. But when did this fascination with love begin? Let's travel back in time to our prehistoric ancestors. In the dawn of human history, when life was about survival against the elements, against the beasts, against time itself, love was already an integral part of our existence. It wasn't romanticized with roses, sonnets, or candlelit dinners, but it was there, raw and essential. Our prehistoric ancestors, much like us, formed bonds. They huddled together for warmth, hunted in packs for food, and took care of their young. But these were not merely practical arrangements. Buried beneath the millennia-old soil, archaeologists have found evidence of profound emotional connections among these early humans. Consider the discovery of 2 skeletal remains, a man and a woman found in an eternal embrace, their fingers still entwined after thousands of years. Or the elderly Neanderthal man, whose remains suggest he had severe physical disabilities yet lived well beyond his expected lifespan. This indicates he was cared for, fed, and protected by his group, a testament to the compassionate bonds that existed in those times. These relationships weren't just about survival. They were about companionship, empathy, and yes, what we can recognize as love. Over time, these bonds evolved and became more complex. As humans developed language, art, and culture, our capacity to express and experience love also grew. We began to form families, not just for survival, but for emotional support and social structure. We began to understand the concept of partnership, of building a life together. We started to recognize the importance of emotional bonds and the role they played in our happiness and well-being. So while we might think of love as a modern invention, a product of poetry and pop songs, it's as ancient as humanity itself. Our prehistoric ancestors may not have written sonnets or love letters, but they understood the heart of the matter just as well as we do. They knew that to love and be loved is a fundamental part of what it means to be human. Even in the harshest of times, love found its way into the lives of our ancestors. As civilizations rose, so did the complexity of human emotions and relationships. The cradle of civilization, ancient Egypt, had a rich tapestry of love. Pharaohs and queens demonstrated their affections through elaborate rituals, while commoners expressed love through simple yet poignant love poetry. The Egyptian Book of the Dead even mentions a love so enduring that it transcends death. Moving towards the Mediterranean, we find the Greeks with their multifaceted perception of love. They divided love into 4 types: agape, or selfless love, eros, or romantic love, philia, or love between friends, and storge, or familial love. Greek mythology is replete with tales of love, be it the tragic love of Orpheus and Eurydice or the passionate love of Paris and Helen, which sparked the Trojan War. Meanwhile, in the heart of ancient Rome, love was celebrated in all its forms. The Romans were ardent admirers of love poetry, with poets like Catullus and Ovid detailing the ecstasy and agony of love. The Romans also recognized the power of love in their laws, with the institution of marriage evolving from a primarily economic transaction to a bond based on love and mutual consent. In ancient Indian civilization, the Kama Sutra, a text dedicated to the art of love, was penned expressing the importance of love and desire in human life. The epic tales of Ramayana and Mahabharata are filled with stories of devotion, sacrifice, and romantic love that continue to inspire millions today. The ancient Chinese civilization wasn't far behind. Their classic literature and philosophy are brimming with wisdom about love, with Confucianism emphasizing familial love and Taoism celebrating the harmony of love. In every corner of the ancient world, love was recognized, celebrated, and revered. It was written in their poems, carved in their temples, and embedded in their laws. It was a force that could start wars, end feuds, inspire great works, and transcend the boundaries of life and death. In the grandeur of ancient civilizations, love was a potent force shaping stories and destinies. And the Middle Ages brought a new dimension to love, with the rise of chivalry and courtly love. During this era, the concept of love shifted from mere survival and procreation to a more romanticized notion. Knights went on quests and faced perilous adventures, all in the name of love, to prove their worth to the ladies they admired. This was the era of chivalry and courtly love, where passion was expressed through poems, songs, and chivalrous acts. Religion also had a significant influence on love during the Middle Ages. Love was seen not just as a human emotion, but also as a divine gift. The Church played a pivotal role, regulating marriages and setting norms for love and relationships. As we transitioned into the Renaissance, love began to take on a more humanistic approach. The focus shifted from divine love to human emotions, desires, and passions. Love was no longer just about chivalry and courtly gestures, but also about personal feelings and intimate connections. Now let's leap forward to modern times. The narrative of love has dramatically changed yet again. Societal norms have evolved, and so has our understanding of love. Today we talk about love in a broader sense. It's not just about romantic love anymore. We talk about self-love, platonic love, love for the community, and even love for the planet. The concept of romantic love has also evolved. It's no longer about knights and damsels or about proving one's worth through heroic deeds. It's about mutual respect, understanding, and equality. It's about finding a partner who complements you, supports you, and grows with you. In modern times, love has also become more inclusive. It's not just about heterosexual relationships anymore. Love is love, regardless of gender, race, or age. This shift in the narrative of love reflects the progress we have made as a society. From knights and damsels to modern lovers, the narrative of love has been a constant through the ages. In this ever-changing world, what could be the future of love? As we stand on the precipice of an exciting new era, it's intriguing to ponder how love might look in the future. There's no denying that technology has already started to influence our relationships. From dating apps that connect people across continents to virtual reality experiences that can simulate an entire romantic date, technology is playing matchmaker like never before. But could technology ever replace the human element in love? While AI and robotics advance at a rapid pace, the essence of love is deeply human. It's about shared experiences, emotional intimacy, and a profound connection that transcends the physical. So while technology might facilitate connections, the human element in love is irreplaceable. As we move forward, the dynamics of love are also changing in a globalized world. We're seeing an increasing acceptance of diverse forms of love and relationships. Love is no longer confined to traditional boundaries. It transcends cultures, races, genders, and even species. The love of the future is inclusive, embracing all forms of love as valid and beautiful. And yet, amidst all these changes, the core essence of love remains unaltered. It's still about that indescribable feeling that makes your heart race, that makes you want to be a better person, that makes life worth living. The future of love is not just about how we connect, but also about why we connect. It's about finding that shared humanity, that common thread that binds us all. In the future, our tools for expressing love may evolve, our understanding of love might broaden, But the fundamental nature of love, the desire for connection, for understanding, for shared experiences, will continue to guide us. As we navigate the future, love remains our guiding star, a testament to our shared humanity. And that's the beauty of love. No matter how much the world changes, no matter how far we advance, love remains. It's a constant in an ever-changing world, a beacon of hope and a symbol of our shared human experience. Love, in its many forms, will always be a part of our future.